Originally, when I talked to Ronald about speaking here, he told me I could talk about any topic I want. And I go, I actually had a topic in mind. But then when he went to put up information on the meetup group, he posts how to make $40,000 a month. So he kind of decided my topic for me. That wasn't originally my topic, but I guess now it is. Okay, so okay, this is the topic, how to make $40,000 a month from my blog. But before we begin, a little something about myself. Who is John Chow? Basically, I worked at a job for a grand total of 8 months in my entire life. My first job was at McDonald's. I survived 4 hours before I quit. I have tremendous respect for people who can work at McDonald's because I can't. My second job was a phone solicitor for a carpet cleaning company, and I lasted 2 weeks before I got fired. And my final job, I was a sales rep at A&B Sound. I sold car audio, and I lasted about 7.5 months before I was fired that job. And then after that, I decided that working for someone else just isn't for me. So since then, I've just been an entrepreneur ever since. I suppose the biggest reason for being an entrepreneur is simply because deep down in the back of my head, I always had this feeling when I worked with somebody else that, this person makes more money off me than I make off myself. And that just stuck with me. They go, how come he's doing that? He gets the most and I get the least. So it never makes sense to me. Right? So luckily I thought I discovered that very young. Right? So that's why I'm here. All right. My blog started in December 2005. Prior to that, the site was just a static homepage. It was literally just had my picture on there, and that was it for the previous 5 years. That's what it did. And I wanted to do something with that domain. It was just johnchow.com, and it just had a picture on there, and I said, wow, I should really do something with it. And at that time, blogging was just starting to come in. It was getting popular. I wanted to find out more about it. And I figured the most logical thing was I should turn johnchow.com domain into a blog. So in December 2005, johnchow.com became a blog. And it was just a personal blog. I wrote about personal stuff, just my ramblings. I write about stuff that I like to write about. Basically, cars, technology, internet, making money from the internet. And it was those money-making topics that actually got me my audience. Prior to creating the blog, I made all my income from technology-related review sites, hence TTC Media. That's where it was spun off from. I had a bunch of technology sites that review computer products, and along the way you build this little private ad network, and that's where the money came from. So the blog was a way for me to just express myself, talk about how I make money with TTC Media, and how I monetize those sites. And it was those follow-up posts that got me my audience. And after a while, people started sending me emails saying, can you look at my blog and see how I can improve that? And as blogging got bigger, because this is December 2005, so blogging started to hit, the question started turning more and more into, how would I monetize my blog this way? So gradually, the blog post became more about how to monetize a blog versus how to monetize a regular content site. And I was having fun doing that because it was great to interact with people. And at that time, the blog made absolutely no money. It was just, like I said, this is my personal blog, just made for fun. But then one day, I get this email from, I forgot the person's name, but a reader. He said, you talk a great talk about monetizing a blog, but your blog makes no money. Why should we actually listen to you? And this is your only blog. At first I brushed it off, but then people in the comments started saying the same thing, and I got more emails about it. I'm going, well, okay. So I decided that in September 2005, 8 months later, that I would do a case study to show that, yes, indeed, you can make money by blogging. And I decided that I would turn my blog into a case study. I would monetize my blog and show how it's done. And every month, I will report how much the blog's making, what I've done to create that income, and you could follow along. So the goal of the case study was to make full-time income for part-time blogging. And at that time, I defined full-time income as $3,000 per month. And I just pulled that figure out of my head. I believe it's like the average income of a Canadian taxpayer, a single Canadian taxpayer. Not sure it could be higher or lower, but I figured $3,000 a month is a good number. And part-time income as 2 hours per day, because that's how much time I spend updating my blog, an average of 2 hours a day. I do about 2 blog posts per day, it takes about an hour each on average. I figure, if you can make $3,000 a month in 2 hours per day, you're not rich, but you have choices. Because chances are this will be on top of what it is you're already doing. So this is just additional spending money. Right? So if you have an extra $3,000 a month coming in, you could probably do a lot more than what you're doing right now. Right? You have a regular job, your regular income, and so this is like gravy, flash money. You can go to a club and blow it off, I suppose. You can drive a better car, live in a better place, a better neighborhood. You can do lots of stuff. Right? So that was the goal. And so, like I said, prior to September of 2006, the blog made absolutely nothing. It was my personal blog, and it actually felt strange to actually make money from it because I never wanted to make money off a personal blog. So in the first month as a monetized blog, JohnShow.com made $352.94. Within 3 months after that, it had hit its $3,000 per month goal. So after that, it was basically, well, there you go. That wasn't too bad, wasn't that hard. So I said, what would happen if I decided to pull out all the stops? Like going from 0 to $3,000 a month in 4 months was actually relatively easy. And I did it with just basically minor stuff. So I don't want the case to be over, so I said, all right, let's tell you what, let's crank out everything and see what we can really do. We really push it. So that's what we did. And continuing on, in 2007, the blog made $180,000, or $180,200 something. In 2008, it did $360,000, and this year it will make $500,000. And that's still on 2 hours per day. Now, $500,000 a year on a 2 hour per day, it's a pretty good gig. It's a pretty good gig.
How much is that an hour?
What's that now? Yeah. But when people see this, they always go, it sounds great. Can I do this, right? Is this something that I can do? And the answer actually, you'll be surprised, actually is no. Yes and no, really. It is possible, but most people won't make the effort to do it. See, it's not easy for me now, right? Because that's how much I spend 2 hours a day updating a blog. But the preparation to prepare for this from the very beginning took a lot more than 2 hours a day. And the effort it takes from the very beginning to create the foundation for this is so intense that most people will not do it. And that's the same for anything. Same for job, whether you're in pro sports, whether you're a businessman, same thing. Build that foundation, most people quit and I can do it.
$3,000 an hour.
$3,000 an hour? All right. Wow, that's good. I have a pretty good.
Just a quick question. So when you mean start from the beginning, are you talking about actually making the website?
Oh no. I mean, I'm talking about the creating the blog. Everything that was easy, right? It's all the prior knowledge that I acquired along the way before I actually built the blog. See, before I was a blogger, I was an internet marketer. Actually, that's one of the reasons why bloggers don't make money. See, first thing is, the number one reason is they're bloggers, they're not internet marketers. See, technically, I'm not a blogger. I never was. I'm an internet marketer who happens to have a blog. That's what separates myself from every other blogger out there. See, Vancouver is full of bloggers. It's full of bloggers. And most of these bloggers actually don't like me. And the reason is because the social media scene in Vancouver is that they feel that social media should remain a pure, unfettered, uncommercialized medium to connect people and places together. And if you to monetize that, it's evil. I was volunteered to make a presentation for Northern Voice at UBC, which is the biggest social media event in in British Columbia. So I offer to make a speech on how to monetize a blog. And they rejected my speech, saying that making money from a blog is evil. And not only did they reject it, not only did they reject my presentation, they actually replaced it with another presentation called "Is Advertising Destroying Blogging?" And they concluded, yes, it was.
Who paid for the study?
Just to clarify, some of those people are making money through blogging, but they're making money through consulting and speaking. They're not making money off that. So sometimes they may throw money, but some of those people, I won't mention names, are making money off the blogging by telling people to do that. They're making it offline from, not directly money. You're doing it direct.
But not nearly as much as John's.
Not as much. Not as much.
Yeah, so
But they're not so virginal, is what I'm saying.
Before that, I mean, what were the things you've done to try and get those knowledge that you have now? It's like, do you read books? Do you follow like Shoe Money, or do you follow like other bloggers?
Okay. Yeah, so actually we'll get into that as I make my presentation along. This next thing on why bloggers fail is this: no money investment required, easy in, easy out. See, one of blogging's biggest advantages is also happens to be one of its biggest disadvantages. It costs nothing to start. Seriously, I mean, you can literally start a blog for zero. Go to blogger.wordpress.com, set it up, costs you nothing. But because it costs you nothing, you don't take it seriously. You know, easy in, easy out. You go, I can nothing invest in it. Oh, I'll give some blogging a try, and oh, then it works out. It happens all the time. I mean, they said they put that, so you know, they put that as a big advantage that it costs nothing to start, but it's actually also a very, very big disadvantage. If you know, blogging costs $100,000 to start, there wouldn't be people take it a lot more seriously. This is blogging for money only. Blogging isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes a long time before you can establish traction. It takes consistency. It takes a lot of passion for your topic. And anyone who just gets into blogging because they see myself, they see Shoe Money making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year from blogging, they go, wow, I'm going to try to get in on this. And they pick a topic not because they like it. They pick a topic because it's the in topic, right? But they don't know nothing about it, or they're not passionate about it. And so they go gung-ho for the first little while, but then they run out of material because they don't know the stuff, and they get bored, they lose their passion, and they quit. And because they were only doing it for the money. When I started, for the first 8 months of my blog's life, from December 2005 to September 2006, blog made nothing. And I was still doing over 2 blog posts per day. And the blog's making like $40,000, $50,000 a month now, and I'm still doing 2 to 3 blog posts a day. If the blog would go back to zero tomorrow, I'll still be doing the same amount of blog posts. Because this is what I write what I like to write about. It's what I'm passionate about. We don't do it for the money. And the last one. Last one is, I guess that kind of ties with the investment thing. They don't treat the blog like a business. If you really analyze it, the potential this can bring, it's compared to a normal business, the potential is huge. Like last Saturday, we had a little meetup at Vera's Burger. Really, really great burger. You should try it. And Vera's is a franchise. So when I was looking them up, I actually checked out their franchise requirement. Vera's investment costs $250,000 to $400,000 on the low side and high side. That's a serious investment of dollars. And of course, they want someone who's going to be there from opening to closing, the serious franchisee. And I looked at Vera's income statement and divided by per store. The store makes about $500,000 a year on average per store. I said, they make about as much as my blog. I guarantee you one thing, I'm way more profitable. I don't have employees, I don't have a big lease to pay or any kind of stuff. And I started my blog for $8, which is the cost of my domain name.
And you were 2 hours late.
Yeah, 2 hours to the usual 10. But One of the reasons the blog is successful is I do run the blog like a business. Even though it is my hobby, it is an actual business. Like it is one of the properties of TTC Media Inc. It has its own bank account. It has it has its own PayPal account and everything. So it is run as a business. And if bloggers would treat their blog as a business instead of just as this is something I do on the side. This is if it makes money, great. If it doesn't, well, it didn't cost me anything. If you actually have the mentality that this is actually my business that I invested in, and if you actually pretend that you actually sunk $100,000 in this thing, and then you ask yourself, would I be doing it this way if I had invested $100,000 into it? And the answer is no. Then you should change the mode of operation. So I'm sure there are other reasons why bloggers don't make money on the internet, but those are the ones that I came up with. Now, the average blog business model. I want to show you tonight basically stuff that you won't find in other make money online blogs. Because I don't want to talk about stuff like optimizing ad placement, that kind of stuff, because you can read that anywhere. You can read that from any book. So I want to show you stuff that you're not going to find this. I guess you might say this is part of the secret sauce, or one part of the secret sauce. Right. So we'll begin with, so I'm going to show you my blog business model. This is how my blog actually makes money. A lot of people think my blog makes money from advertising. Actually, it doesn't. Most of the income of the blog is from the back end. The back end system does make some of the money, not the front end. The average blog business model is pretty straightforward. Write a lot of content and then add Google AdSense. That's mostly it. That's what you look at most blogs on the internet, whether it's by bloggers, whatever. You'll see, their content, and then you see a Google ad. And that's what those things. Maybe they'll add some other advertising here and there, but majority, that's how it works. This model actually doesn't work. It doesn't work. Well, it might have worked back when Google Ad first came in, but with the amount of saturation on the internet and people actually now getting used to Google Ads, the ad rates have gone down. It doesn't work anymore because it requires too much traffic. You need so much traffic to make money from Google Ads now. When we first started with Google Ads, we can make like $5 to $10 per 1,000 page views. Now you'd be lucky you get $1. $1 or $2 per 1,000 page views. So if you look at that, an average blog gets 1,000, 2,000 page views per day. So you're making $2 to $4 a day. That's not enough traffic, and the ad rate is just too low for you to make any serious money. Because most blogs don't get more than a couple thousand visitors per day. So unless you're the size of an Engadget or an auto blog, which gets millions upon millions of page views per day, just running advertising doesn't work. Right. So I want to show you my blog business model. This is the model that actually powers my blog and allows it to make the income that it does. First thing this blog does is capture the lead. That basically means get the person's email address. Everything my blog does, everything, the way it's set up, is all geared at capturing the person's email address. And I'll explain why that's important a little later. After I've done that, the next thing is to build a relationship. Building the relationship is where you establish yourself as a trustworthy source, as an authority on the topic you're talking about. And to build the relationship, you do that after you capture the lead. And that's why it's important. Once you capture the lead, you start building a relationship with a series of email autoresponders. After building a relationship, I put them through a sales funnel. A sales funnel is basically, you take the prospect, the reader, put them on one end, spit them on the other end, and they part with their money. I'm not sure that's what it is. And then after that, we work out the cost per lead. After working out the cost per lead, we got pay per click. And that's basically, that's the back end of my blog. People see the front end, they'll see the advertising, they'll see the banner ads, they'll see the reviews and stuff, but that income is actually only about a third of the blog's actual income. Well, the rest of it is made from this back-end system. And this is the back-end system that people do not see. And it's actually good that way because my competition doesn't know this. Well, unless they watch my video.
Did you say you use an autoresponder for that?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. So I'm going to go over each step, what I do on each individual step. And the first step is, to capture the lead. Basically, that's it. Get the email first and foremost. The instant someone lands on your page, do whatever it takes to grab the email, because that's what you're going to use to contact them. See, the average blog just has the content up. You're hoping someone will come in, read the blog, and maybe click on an ad. And then, if they click on the ad, they leave the blog and you never see them again. Instead, what I do is, once they come to my blog, the first thing they're presented with is a screen that fills in and says, hey, would you like a free ebook on how to make money on the internet? Subscribe here and get it. So I capture the email. Once I capture the email address, then they can go anywhere they want. I have another way to contact them again. You see, in order for someone to get familiar with you, they have to see you multiple times. And if you don't have a way to capture the leads coming to your blog, you're not going to build a sustainable readership, because most of it's going to come. There'll be one-hit wonders, like they'll come from a search engine, they'll come from Dig, or they'll come from Twitter or whatever. They'll check you out and they go, and if you don't do something right there to capture them, they'll be gone, and they'll probably never return. So, and this is the way you build sustained growth. So after you capture the RSS, Twitter, Facebook, that's secondary. The number one thing is to capture the lead. And the best email service by far is Aweber. Aweber.com. Aweber, I like Aweber because it's the best again for the spam filters. You can use your own email software if you want to save money, or you can use other services that cost less money. But the main reason I use Aweber is simply because it can break through any spam filter that I've seen. Before, I would use my own software or use another company's software, and I found much as 25% of my email would get blocked. And that's a significant amount. So Aweber, it costs $19 a month, and honestly, you cannot not make $19 a month if you do this properly. It will pay for itself in the first month. There's no ifs and buts about it if this is done properly. Aweber costs $19 a month. It goes up depending on how many subscribers you have. I have 25,000 subscribers to my email list, and I believe that's like $300 a month. But I'm grandfathered in, so I've been at $19 a month a long time. But I'm sure that they'll increase it back to regular price when my thing expired. But it is relevant because I always make more on this list than I do what it costs. So someone asked, should you start the email list in the very beginning or later after you build some traction? Start it from the very beginning. Right? My biggest mistake when I first started a blog was I did not capture the lead, because I did not intend to make money from a blog. So I didn't start capturing a lead until much, much later. Had I done this from the very, very beginning, my list would be 100,000 now. Right? And if I'm making like 40 grand a month with a list of 25,000, imagine how much I'm making on a list of 100,000. So start from the very beginning. Right? And don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Someone's going, oh, well, still it's $20 a month. Okay, if you think so, that's fine. How much money do you leave on the table instead? Best way to capture the lead is offer a free incentive. Yes?
Just a point on the email, if you choose one service and you don't choose it wisely, and then you choose another one, you have to get them to re-opt in.
Exactly.
Lose
That is
some
definitely
people, so
another,
be
that's
very,
another
very
reason
careful
why
what
we
you
choose it
choose.
wisely. The can spam rule for email marketing said that when you switch lists, like say you were using another service, or you were using your own free email software, and you want to transfer the list to Aweber afterward because they're a more reliable service, they can get through the spam filter. I had to do this. I had my original list that I wasn't using Aweber before. I transferred it in. It was like 25,000 people. I transferred it in. Aweber, because of the can spam rule, requires those people on the list to re-opt in. I already had those people opt in once, but Aweber will not add them. And no mailing service who complies with can spam rule will re-add those people unless they re-opt in again. So anyway, I had to send every one of those 25,000 people an email saying, hey guys, I'm switching service. Please click this link and we opt in again. Only 4,000 people did it. So that's extremely important to choose the right service from the get-go. So someone say that, yeah, I'll start my own service, I'll use my own free service first to just save some money, and then I'll transfer my AWeber later. I go, you're going to lose like 70% of your subscribers once you do. So is that worth $19 a month to you? So the best way to capture the lead is with free incentive. In my case, my free incentive is my free ebook. I have an ebook that I published quite a while ago, and it's totally free. All you gotta do to get it, you subscribe to my newsletter. That's how I capture the lead, and you'll get the ebook to you, and it's for free. And that's how I do it. And it works amazingly well. If you can offer some kind of incentive to get people to subscribe, because if all you have is just a box saying, "Hey, subscribe," it's not as effective as, subscribe and get this for free, whether it be any kind of service. It's just psychological. People will subscribe. They'd rather be a contest or some kind of free content. You will dramatically increase your subscription. The other thing I discovered with AWeber is AWeber has this really, really cool, subscription box. It's a light box hover. It fades right into the screen. I don't know if you've seen it. If you go to my blog for the very first time, you've never been to my blog before, if you're a first-time reader, the blog loads up, and 5 seconds later, this thing will just fade in. It's like a 700 pixel line, which is subscribe to johnchow.com, get a free ebook, and it tells you to enter your name in the ebook, just hit submit. And before I actually installed that Lightbox hover, I was getting about 25 signups per day. Now I get 100. So just little things like that, optimization, offering a free incentive, getting it in somebody's face, you dramatically increase your subscription. And a lot of people argue with me about that, saying that, well, aren't you being too in your face? So weren't you afraid, aren't you scared that you might offend your reader to never come back? And no, I don't. As an internet marketer, no, the answer is no, you cannot help but get in their face. And here's another thing you gotta consider too, right? If someone is offended by you having ads on your blog, or you pop up a Lightbox hover on them, you can ask yourself, if this person is offended by that, is he gonna ever buy anything from you anyway? I mean, this person, all he's doing, he's a leech. He's using up your resources, he's reading your content, he's not clicking on your ads. Right? He's costing you money. Why would you want this person as a reader? Right? Exactly. So I'm not afraid to get in my reader's face. And if you want to capture a lead, you have to basically put it right in front of them and say, hey, sign up. It's not subtle. Advertising is not subtle, it never was. So these are the ways. This is how I get 100 subscribers per day on my blog. And so that's 3,000 per month and keeps increasing. Next is to build a relationship. Now, once the person signs up on my blog, the first thing it does is it sends them another screen pops up and say, please check your email and confirm your subscription. They have to double opt in, because a lot of people went to a fake email address. They won't get the ebook unless they actually go to the email, because that's sent to them, they click the link, and then it takes them to a page that says, thank you for confirming, download the book here. So they enter a fake email address, they can't get the book, because they won't get the confirmation link. That's the first thing that happens. Then this is where the AWeber respondent comes in. And at that point, you could probably, this is where actually most people stop. They think, oh, I captured the lead, I built the email list. But that's only the first part of it. The next part of it, you have to create a sales funnel. You have to create a series of auto-responding email that will send out every single week a series of predefined 5 or 6 or 12 emails. That's automatic. And that's what AWeber really, really helps. Because you can set up all these auto-responder or pre-made emails, put them in AWeber, and it will automatically go out on those pre-prescribed time. So the person that you're in is thinking that, oh, you're personally emailing him or her, but yet it's being done automatically. Okay, so whether someone does it 5 months ago or someone does it today, they get the same sequence of email at the same time. And yeah, the main purpose of these emails is to build up trust, establish trust, and build yourself up as an authority. And that's the first series, the first few emails does that. And then as the other emails go out, they will gradually sell them something. So I want to show you my sales funnel. If someone actually subscribed to my blog, this is actually what they get after. I said, once you subscribe, you get the email asking, please confirm. And once you confirm, it sends them to download it, they download the book. The next day, they receive, the sales funnel. The sales funnel is where I kind of screwed up, sorry. The sales funnel. Basically, like I said, selling advertising is only one way to make money by blogging or from the internet. It's actually not the best way. I mean, it's an okay way, it's a good way. But the best way is actually to sell somebody something. Whether it could be your own product or it could be an affiliate product. And the reason for that is like the advertising model is getting harder and harder to make money with because there's just so much inventory out there and advertising are demanding lower and lower rates. Like I said, your Google ads, the rates has gone down really, really low in the last few years. And when you look at the amount of traffic an average blog gets, like say you only get like 2,000 or 3,000 page views per day, and Google only gives you $2 per thousand, you're only making like $6 a day. You need to dramatically increase your cost per thousand. And the only way to do that is to offer them a product that you can sell for a lot higher price. So instead of making $2 per thousand, you're now making $20, $30, $40, $50, $100 per thousand for 1,000 page view. And you look at it this way, right? If you're not selling the product, your advertisers are. So advertisers got to make a return on their money. So, and they're spending money with you, and chances are, and if you're running for Google, you're dividing the money with Google. Right? So how much are you actually getting? So whatever is in your niche or whatever you blog about, find related products that you can pitch that's targeted, ties in to what you blog about. So like I said, ideally, it should be your own product. That's the ideal, because that's will get you the biggest response. Most people will buy after because you establish trust with your readership, they know you. You can recommend something, and the chances are they'll buy it too. But if you say it's my product, you'll get the rates of the conversion is a lot much higher.
How many emails would you suggest you send out before you start recording?
Well, I'm going to show you my email sequence is. So you'll see. Actually, from the second one. Yeah, from the second one. Now, the salesman, you add them to the. So after you decide on a product or series of products, yours and some other affiliate product you want to sell, you add those products to your autoresponder email system, and you make that part of your sales funnel. So I want to show you the sequence of email that I sent out when someone subscribed to my blog. So after the first person signs up, they get the confirmation email, and they click on it, and it says, thank you for confirming, go download the ebook here, they download the ebook. The next day, it sends them an email, basically says, welcome to johnchow.com. And this is an email that just introduces myself to build trust, explains a bit about who I am, and says, thank you for downloading my book, and I hope you enjoy reading it. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, or you never got the first email, well, a lot of people actually delete the email, they don't actually read it. So I said, you could download it here. So I reconfirm or reinforce and say, you can download it here again. So I give them 2 chances. Right? And at this point, I guess I could promote you can connect with me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and establish myself there. And then, in the meantime, please enjoy the book. Talk to you next time. That's the first email. Goes up the day after they subscribe. 1 week later, next one goes up and basically says, let's get you started. And that email basically says that, well, you had a week. I'm sure you've read the book by now. So tell you what, let's start you up. Let's get you going here. And as at this point right there, I start giving them my series of steps. But over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to give you a series of lessons on what you can do to get a blog up and running and making money. So the first thing, let's get you started. First thing you need a domain name. Now that you need a domain name, you need web hosting. And of course, I will link them to GoDaddy with my affiliate link. And I will link them to a couple of recommended web hosts, again, with my affiliate links. And go, get that done, we'll see you next week. So if they do that, I make money. But if you see the tone here, I'm not selling them anything. This is like part of a lesson, the way you present it. I'm presenting this as a lesson on how to make money by blogging and the tools you need. It doesn't matter if I make money off these tools. Right? From the reader's point of view, he's thinking, this is helpful. Right? This is helpful. This is the way you present it. Don't try to sell, recommend, teach. A week later, another email goes out, goes, ways to make money with your blog. And in this email, I will talk about how you can monetize your blog, the various different ways you can make money from your blog. And I would recommend certain ad networks you can join, like Google, like Market Leverage, like Neverblue Ads, and all these other affiliate networks. And of course, they'll be with my affiliate link, because I get a percentage of what they make. So these people join these networks, and these ad networks, they love me. They send me free T-shirts and stuff. And over the years, I have referred thousands of people to these affiliate networks. And these affiliate networks, they pay me anywhere from 2 to 30% of whatever they make for life. So it's a great passive income. So the majority of my income on this blog is actually passive. Simply. And the cool thing is, it does not require whether the blog is there or not. If the blog is wiped out tonight, like there's a new, like it's Montreal, one of my web hosts is, and the blog's off the air, the blog will still make 5 figures every single month because of those thousands of referrals that I've given out. I'm making 2 to 3% a month. So, and then that's the second email. Basically, again, not selling, just recommending. You want to know how to make money, right? Well, sign up for these ad networks. That's an email right there. Yes.
Are those standard sort of agreements you have with those
Oh no,
sponsors?
you can sign up for those affiliate networks as well. They just basically, there's tons of them out there, tons of them.
So they already say we give you, if you do this, we'll give you.
Yeah, and if you get bigger, you can negotiate better deals with them, of course. But most of them are like 2 to 30%. And generally, when I talk to them, I always try to get a higher rate, or I want the residual for life instead of a fixed period of time. Some will just pay you a head fee. Like a texting ad pays me $25 per head, but nothing else, just like per head. I gotta go with the 10% for life, because overall the long term it's just that. I always, given a choice, I always go for the passive income. Instead of the one hit, I always go for the passive income. That's because well, she would have time and money, basically, right? All right, and then the fourth email. Why you need a mailing list? Basically, what I've been talking to you right now is basically the same thing. And of course, I will refer them to I recommend Aweber. And so you need to sign up for Aweber. It doesn't cost $90 a month, but you could say that you complain about it, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. I will do my host pitch on what I just did here. Well, don't be penny wise and pound foolish, that kind of stuff. Go sign up for Aweber. Aweber gives me 30% of whatever I make. Of the $19 per month every month that people get billed, I get 30% off. I've sent hundreds of people to Aweber. So that's that email. And then the next one goes like how to build a huge Twitter following. And that is social media thing. That's because that's really big. And I would promote a Twitter product with that email. And then the last email was basically tools of the trade. And in this email, I would talk about stuff I use to power my blog, like the OYO publisher, the thing that serves my ad, the thing that slides up the footer ad, the various tools that you can use to make your blogging more automated. So all these tools I would link to and say that you can get them all, nothing on what you feel you want to try. But again, all of my affiliate links. So if they buy it, I make money. And again, it's just all based on recommendation. It's not selling. And then the last one basically is I sell them the big product, which is Blog Mastermind Program. It's a $500 course. And it's basically a 6-month long $500 course. And I said, you can in the sales letter, it just basically say that, you know, if we were to, I could try to teach every single one of them blogging, but then we'll be here for 6 months. So if you actually really want to do that, it's a 6 month, like that's cost money, it's $500. It's $500, that's my big ticket item. So,
Sorry, is that successful? Have you had any deals for that?
blog mastermind, sell tons. And how this works, so that's my sales funnel. And this is the automated sales funnel. I have the regular stuff that, you know, when something comes up, I get a special promotion, I do mail out as well. But anyone that's first signing up goes through this sales funnel, goes through the funnel, and then my email, with the email list, I could promote anything else. I launched a new website. I recently launched a new website called Twitter Follower. I send out my mailing list, go, hey, I saw a new site, instant traffic. Right? So you can use it to promote anything, not just your site, you can put, not just your main blog, but you can promote, you can leverage another site, start something else, promote a friend, whatever.
How often do you send to non-autoresponders?
Those are, this series of autoresponder is automatic.
No, the non-autoresponder.
Oh, the non-autoresponder?
How often do you do that?
Right, there's every time I get 15 new blog posts on my blog, Aweber automatically constructs an email newsletter for me. It takes my RSS feed, every time there's 15 new one, it just pulls up the link, takes an excerpt, constructs it into an automatic newsletter, and sends that out automatically. So every 15 blog posts, an email goes out to all subscribers saying, what's been happening at johnchow.com for the last week? And it'll list all my last 15 blog posts. That's automatic. And the cool thing about that is that this actually counts toward your RSS counter. So, you know, everyone wants a big feed burner counter, right? They see the little feed burner, they want to see 50,000 or whatever on there. So if a lot of people, because I actually get people asking, which should I concentrate? Should I do RSS or should I do email? Right? And because I want to show a big, you know, feed burner chicken. You know, but you can do both with Aweber. Because if you set a blog broadcast with Aweber reports your subscriber count to FeedBurner, and FeedBurner includes that in the counter. So if you have 25, so if you start a new blog, you have 25,000 subscribers, you add that blog broadcast to your blog, you send an instant 25,000, show me in Chiclet. A little tricky. Oh, by the way, if you're on Friends Feed, you do the same thing now. Yeah, for FeedBurner recently started adding a Friends Feed counter to the counter as well. So another guy made a comment on a blog that he went from 6,000 on his base FeedBurner account to 60,000 because he had like 54,000 followers on Friends Feed. So I mean, doesn't mean anything. I guess it's just a ego trip to see a big number, but. So that is my automatic sales funnel. I say in addition to that, every 15 blog posts automatically creates a newsletter and goes out. And then any other promotion is just whenever I get it. Like right now, I'm getting ready to do a promotion called BecomeAblogger.com. That's about to relaunch again, so we're wrapping up that one. So that'll be the next promotion. And that's another $500 course. Yeah.
A quick question, how many days in between each?
These are 1 week. 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
1 week each mail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean,
And,
sorry.
my last question was, have you tested having, you know, in Aweber you have someone opt in, you can actually take off that subscribe to that confirmation email? Because what I've found is a lot of people may not get that confirmation email and you lose that lead then. Have you tested out not having that follow-up confirmation email?
I don't do that because it's against Canada rules.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to double opt-in everyone.
Okay.
Right? Actually, I don't think anyone even opts that option.
And even if you worked around it, you're risking toasting your whole business model.
Yeah. I don't really recommend it because you're going to get a lot of people entering a fake email address
Right.
onto it, and a clean list is worth way more than a list that's just taken from
Absolutely.
anything, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I double opt-in.
Yeah, it's just something I heard that you're able to do that. I have my opt-in as well, somebody said that you can take that out. But
Yeah, even if Aweber offers that option, I wouldn't do it.
Got it.
John, real quick on that.
Yes.
6-month program, is that all online, or did they talk to you? What
It's
is
all online.
No, yes,
It's all
and
online. You see,
Facebook.
Yeah, the best product to sell on the internet is information. It is. It costs nothing to ship. There's no shipping cost. The delivery cost is virtually nothing if it's online. Right? Like the blog mastermind program is basically it's just a series of lessons. Deliver in audio format. So you pay for it every month.
MP3 or?
MP3.
Oh,
Yeah. And if you pay for it monthly, $47 per month for 6 months. And every week, a new lesson gets sent to you every week. And if you cut the payment off, then you don't get the rest of the lesson. So you can stop any time. Right? And again, all those lessons, the email, the lessons and stuff like that, are all done for AWeber autoresponders. It's all automatic. Once you sign up, so every week it sends. There's nothing for us to do, like, oh, I gotta remember to send this person. No, it's all done automatically.
it's all PayPal, usually PayPal?
Yeah, it's all done with PayPal, recurring billing, that kind of stuff. So that, whenever we try to create a business on the net, my first question, when someone wants to invest in an internet company or any kind of business, my first question is, how automated is it? Or how automated can we make it? Right? Because I said, my goal is time and money. My goal isn't money. It's easy to make money, but having time is something that is a lot tougher to achieve, having time and money. Right? There are people who make high-powered lawyers, $500,000 an hour billings, right? But when they're not working, they got no billings, and they're working so much that they have no time. And I'd rather spend that time, with my family, my friends, instead of running the business. So everything we try to do on the internet is automated. Like I said, my sales funnel is automated. My newsletter that goes out is all automated. My advertisers that I deal with, they're all on automatic billing. Every advertiser who advertises with me, they sign up for PayPal subscription. I don't sell my advertising. That's another thing I did. I don't want to talk about the advertising today because I said there's a whole bunch of blogs out there that talks about how to do advertising, so you can get that anywhere. But my advertising is automated in the sense that I don't go out, physically to try to sell advertising. I let my advertisers come to me. So basically, someone asked me how much it costs to buy an ad. I go, check my advertise page. Everything's on there. It's all spelled out. Here's all my ad option. There's my price. Order link is right here. They click on the link, takes them to PayPal, where they can sign up to order the ad. The PayPal puts them on PayPal subscription. It's not a one-time payment. It's a recurring PayPal subscription. It's $500 per month until either you or me cancel it. And then once you sign up, they upload the ad. When I check, I get on my email saying new advertiser. I look at the ad, I approve the ad, hit approve, the ad goes up, and I just let it run. It goes into rotation, and once they cancel, they'll take them off. But if they don't cancel, it just keeps them there every month. It just rebuilds them. Yes.
Is that through AWeber too?
That's not through AWeber. That's through OIO Publisher. It's another. That's one of the tools of the trade. Part of my six email that goes out. And I think I make like 55% commission on that. So it's really good. It's a matter of just developing a series of products that you can pitch that's still totally related to what you are doing. And because it's so targeted, and people are open to receptive, and they will trust you because you established a relationship. And this is why this works so well. And this is why the average blogger who just has a blog and Google AdSense makes no money. And unless they get like 1 million page views a day. So after a while doing this, you need to work out your cost per lead. Like how much is this? How much are you making per person? Like obviously, I would like everyone to subscribe to my blog to buy everything I recommend, but that's not going to happen. Like if they do, I make like almost $1,000, which is great. Right? But some people might buy absolutely nothing. Some people may sign up for a few of the ad network because it doesn't cost anything to sign up. Right? But then they might just quit and make nothing of them anyway. Right? So the other thing is, after a while doing this, you'll be able to figure out how much you can make per person. And so basically, to do that is I use Google Analytics and I set up a goal. And I guess it's really hard to demonstrate this, but Google Analytics, one of the tools it has is that it allows you to set goals. And I set a goal on my email submit button. So when anybody pushes it, Google, the analytics will register that as a goal that somebody has now submitted an email, subscribed, and I can tell how many people actually click and subscribe to my blog, which is how many people actually visited my blog. Right? So, because you need to find out how many people who visit your blog are actually signing up for your blog. And this is where the go-to in Google Analytics can actually tell you the information.
What's the percentage?
Okay. Basically, it's 1 in 10. So that's, yeah, you're using the analytics, you work out the sign-up rate. Like for everyone, it's going to be different. Right? Like sometimes it might be 1 in 100, like it depends. Like the more you optimize it, the better it is. Like the instant I put in that light box fade in, it increased tremendously. So work out the average income per sign-up from the sales funnel. So let's just say, you know, I make $1,000 from the sales funnel out of the last 100 people. So that means my cost per sign-up was $10. So I made like $10 per person. So that's you work out the average cost per lead. I think I okay. So if 1 in 10 signs up to your newsletter, and the average income per lead is $10, then your cost per lead is $1. So once you have this information, the next step is now you can apply advertising. You can apply cost per click advertising and really leverage it. So what this means is if you can figure out that what your cost per lead is, say it's $1, then if you spend less than $1 to get that lead, you're in the money. You're making money. Right? So if you bid 50 cents, you're still making money because you're making $1 on that person. So this is why this is extremely important. Once you figure this out.
Sorry, and why would it, what are the costs, how much are you paying per lead?
Well, this is actually I'm paying nothing because this is from my blog.
Okay.
Right? The reason you need to establish this is so you can figure out how much you can spend and still stay profitable.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, in the
Your
beginning.
blog's not costing any money.
That's right. This is how much the blog makes. So we assume that I can make $1 per lead. Now I know that as long as I'm paying less than $1, then I'll be making money from this. Because getting traffic, you can get traffic by just organic traffic, like search by just being ranked very, very well. And you can get traffic by buying advertising. This is what it is. The quickest way to get traffic is just to buy advertising or buy pay-per-click or buy reviews or whatever. Right? The slow way to get traffic is just to hope and pray that Google ranks you and send you traffic. Whereas, so I'm a pay-per-click guy. I mean, I know that when I want to launch a new site, the easiest way to get traffic to is just to buy it. But you don't want to spend money foolishly, and you want to make sure you make money from it. So once you work out how much money you make per visitor coming to your site, you know, as long as I don't spend more than $1 or more than whatever the rate is, I cannot lose. So, like, it's like, you know, just say if I were to bid 50 cents, I know I'll make 50 cents. And if, as long as it works out, why I can just crank up the ad budget like $10,000 a day or $20,000 a day because I know I'll still be in the money. I'm still doing that. And when I'm ready to actually do this, once I figure out the cost per lead, I actually do not send the traffic to my blog. I actually send them to a specific landing page. And this is actually the landing page right here. So basically it's a sign-up box. So because when I send the traffic to my blog, you know, they're bombarded with so many stuff, advertisement, blog posts, and this kind of stuff. I send them to a landing page to basically get my free ebook. And instead of getting 1 in 10 on my blog sign up, it signs up 1 in 4.
Wow.
Right? So suddenly, my income per lead, instead of being $1, is now 4. Actually, was it 2? Well, it's something like that. But now, so that means I can afford to bid. I can even afford to pay $2 to $3 for a single person. I'll still be in the money. Yes.
Do you still have your back-end sales funnel through this lead capture page?
Yes.
It's the same thing?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It will have but it will actually it'll be tagged differently, so I know where it comes from.
Right. The
Okay,
track-
yeah, exactly. They sign up, they'll get the same thing. I'm pushing through the funnel again.
Yeah, got it.
So that's basically my back-end system. And this is the system that allows me to make the income that it does, as you can. And basically, the longer I keep this going, the more money it makes. Because most of my sales funnel, or most of my products in the sales funnel is residual monthly income. It's not one hit deal. So they build on top of each other. Right? Yes, I'm only making $5, $10, or $2 a month off these people, but it's every month, and I keep adding them on top of each other every month. So the longer this keeps on going, the more money I make. And that's how come, in the last year, my blog's income has doubled, but the number of ads on my blog has remained absolutely the same. I never raised my ad prices during that time. So where's the income coming from? It's coming from the back end. And that's where the real money is made. And this is my headshot.